Hello everyone, CMeeCraft here, and welcome back to Planet Coaster Career Mode. Last episode we finished up Pirate Cove, which has so far been the toughest one yet. And this episode we're going to go over to Princess, and that finished Captain Lockjaw's Buried Treasures. Now we're going to go over to Princess Amelie's Fairy Tale, which is apparently easy. And we shall start with the Great Tree. They say this tree is the heart of the world. Can you respect Mother Nature and craft an eco-friendly theme park around the towering tree? Or will you sell the woodland for profits and squeeze as much as you can from this verdant environment? Let us start. Yeah, full disclosure, I did try this slightly ahead of time. I tried to record. Technical difficulties prevented me from being able to do so. I didn't get very far, so this is still basically my first time through this one. And let's take a look at what we got here. We do have this one ride here. That's nice. We do have this gigantic tree here. That's nice. Oh, there's a nice little door and windows and stuff. How sweet. And this tree does actually appear to be crafted out of, like, ground. So that's kind of cool. And with regards to objectives, let's take a look at that. Our easy objective is achieve a scenery rating of 110. We're already at 104, so that shouldn't be too difficult. And then reach a monthly profit of $3,000. Okay, well then. So I think first things first, we need some rides. This is a new one. Let's grab some stuff. We could grab the cube. Put that somewhere. We could potentially put it right over, right here. About, I don't know where I could theme the queue fairly well. We will put it right here. Okay, entrance will be right there, exit will be right here. Okay. Alright, now with the entrance, what type of entrance do we want? I like the idea of using the, we'll go for the wood. No, I definitely don't want to queue that short. Alright, here. We will start the queue from right over here. It'll wrap around in this direction a bit. Going around some sort of focal points. And we'll come around, curve in this direction. There we go. Nice, nice. Around, I'm sure, another focal point. Then we'll come back around. And nice little ramp. Should lead us straight there. Okay. Nice little queue. We could use some scenery. So, given the nature of this place, I want nature stuff. So we'll put in some nice trees and sycamore. That's nice. We want this to be a nice, lush area. Because that's what this park is. Lush. It's all about nature. Put in some ivy, too. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I did not mean to move that all that much. A rock. Can we get a nice, fairly major rock? Okay, I would like to bury that slightly. There we go. Then we could even get some ivy growing out of the rock, potentially, right? Or on the rock, or I don't know how ivy works, really. Or maybe not. Get a bush. Yeah, there we go. Another sycamore tree. An oak. Oh, where have I gone? There we go. Yeah, that's nice, that's nice. And I think one more tree ought to do it. Cool. And that should hopefully get us a nice queued line. Only 77%? Come on. Scenery's, or nature's great. What's not to like about all this nature? It's like absolutely surrounds this queue. How could it be any more scenery? We could take a look and see if there are any non-nature things we might want to add in. We've got some statues we could add. Actually, that could be cool. Actually, yeah. Get a nice little statue here. Like it, because you know they put statues in like gardens and stuff, so why not? There we go. And of course a nice little, there we go, a princess statue as well, of course. Cool. Okay, that ought to do it, right? I mean, surely the scenery must be amazing on this now. Only an 86%? What the heck? What else can I do? Well, that's all the scenery it's getting. You're open. There we go. That's nice. Then we do have enough cash to probably build one more ride. A hyperspin, perhaps? Psychedelia is pretty good. And it's a tiny bit expensive, I will admit. Shops as well. We could probably use some shops. You know, Fairy Tale Village drink stall seems reasonable to me. We could have some Fairy Tale Village stalls over here. Yeah, there we go. Drink stall, and then a food kiosk. Okay, paths. I will need to destroy you. And then I will need to find you again. There you go. And then we will put in some food. Courtesy of the one and only Chief Beef. Oh. It would work if you were over here. Does that work for me? Can I accept this? Sure. It is a bit strange, but it'll be fine. And we shall ensure... There you go, you're open. As are you. Good. Gotta love this purely natural music over here. Okay. It's a good value, eh? In that case, let's raise the price up to, instead of $4.50, we'll make it $5.50. There we go. What about you? I'm not quite sure the colors on this match the aesthetic we're going for. I'd like it to be a bit more woodlandy. So get a nice little, brown in there. Yeah. And instead of black, we'll have a deep hue of green. Instead of this red, we'll have maybe a lighter hue of green. And I don't even know what this is actually. Oh, that's what it is. Definitely needs to be brown. There we go. Now it's just a really strange tree. Nice. That's great. I love strange trees. And you're fine, I guess. This is a bit of an odd one, I will say. How are we doing on scenery rating? We're almost to 110, we're at 109 right now. Huh. So, we should be able to get that fairly easily, I would think. Any comments about this? We really don't have many people around here, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe they just have entered the park and... Oh yeah, they just haven't gotten all the way to the actual rides yet. A ride over in this area would not be too bad, I will say. Maybe. You know, coming off the main path. Speaking of rides, let's see about that. Maybe we could get another ride going. Teacups is very cheap. We could potentially get some teacups going. I would like to maybe like build a little castle platform here, raised up for the teacups. You see what I'm saying? Like, get a nice little platform, like a castle or something for the teacups. Let's get building on that. Let us build a building. And obviously we've got these pre-built ones here, but we need something else. We're gonna go custom. Let's get some teacups going. That should be good. Woo! Teacups! Yay! Okay, we'll place an entrance over here. And an exit over here. Wonderful. Connect the entrance to a path. I think this one actually needs the cobblestones. Yeah, let's get a nice little snake and queue going. We can put some sort of set piece there. I don't feel like moving it, so. What a wonderful looking queue. Truly professional, I tell you. Well, actually, okay, this queue I would like to now climb up. Okay. I would very much like the staircase to be a bit more of a, straight affair. Right about like that would probably be good. There we go. Nice little queue. And then we will make just a regular old, another cobblestone path for this wonderful. Well, actually, how about this heavy laystone? That should be better, I think. Yeah. Nice. Okay, now that queue is fairly themed. I would like to just add a couple little scenery items to the queue. There we go, some knight statues would be cool. Good. Perhaps even one of these guys, some of these guys, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Well, actually, I don't want them clipping into each other. Okay. And maybe even a jester juggling. Because why the heck not? Okay. There we go. Teacups. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How's our money? Our monthly profits? It seems to be doing alright. What a truly beautiful building we have over here. And I think the queue is quite well themed. 100% theming for the queue. This only has an 86%. Okay, we do have the proper scenery rating for easy. Build a coaster. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps a shop would. Do we have any? Do we have any toilets in this park? I'm not sure we do. We could perhaps add some. Okay. Shops and facilities. We've got Fairy Tale Village, Planet. Okay, I guess this is the only one that even fits to some extent. Sure, just to have some. And yeah, they aren't free. I'd like 50 cents for these toilets. 50 cents to use the toilets. That seems reasonable to me. Because realistically, what good park manager would not make you pay for the toilets? First aid. Okay, what? First aid. We have a Caribbean first aid station. We can get the first aid. It's like put it in the wall of this place, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll see about building this into this place, I guess. So I guess we'll do this. And then I guess we need to get some actual building pieces together. And let's see what we can do. Okay, so first things first, we'll have that, yeah. There we go. Okay. And then we'll get a nice little ceiling thing. Where could we get one of those? Let's see. I need the roof, the roof. Oh, we're in walls right now. I need roofs. Flat castle roof, there we go. And finish it off with some lovely, absolutely lovely little parapets. There we go. We now have a nice little health station. For 50 cents. First aid. There we go.